I'm going to show you how to turn this cocoon of yarn into a knitted hug. Recently, someone in my family was going through chemo, and I knew I couldn't be there to give them a hug every day, so I knit one instead. And believe it or not, this very large blanket only took a couple of days to make because I used these super thick size 15 needles and very thick yarn. Once you know how to do a simple knit stitch, there are so many things you can make, like this blanket that's supposed to look like my favorite Mondrian painting that I made for my husband, or a hippy-dippy poncho, hats, even a neck warmer for Gunther. Okay, so the first thing you need to learn how to do is to cast on. That's the first row of knitting. So you want to make sure you have enough of a tail, that's what this is, to have enough of the stitches that you're going to cast on. What you want to do is make a very simple circle, then take the tail and push it from the back toward you and pull it. It's a slip knot, really. And then take one needle and push it through from the right and pull. You always want the tail toward you. You put your pointer finger and your thumb between the two strands of yarn and you pull them apart. And you take your needle and you'll put it in the front where your thumb is, and then in the back where your pointer finger is, and then pull it down like that and gently pull. And now look. You've got 2 stitches, and then you do it again. Under, around, and then pull it through, and then gently pull. So now that we've cast on 12 stitches to make our wrap hug, I'm going to show you a very simple stitch, the knit stitch, and you can make a lot of things just knowing this one stitch. So you want to take the yarn that's attached to the skein of yarn and wrap it around your pointer finger. Okay? Take the other needle, go underneath with your needle in your right hand, and go behind the other strand and then bring it toward you again. And again, go from the bottom and up and go around and pull it through and lift it off. One of my favorite things to do is to knit with my daughter, and very often we'll sit together and watch a movie and just knit away. All right, last stitch. Let's see where we are. And here we have our first cast on and our first row of knit. Here's a knitted hug I'm really excited about. I've been working on this for a couple of days, and I used the same size 50 needles and the very thick yarn, but this one I cast on 15 stitches instead of 12, like the other one that we've been working on. So now it's almost ready, except I have to cast off, and that means finishing your product so you can take off from the needles. So here we go, very easy. What you want to do is a regular knit stitch. So again, go from the bottom, go up, wrap around, and come through and lift off. You need to have 2 stitches on your needle at any one time. So when you have 2 stitches, you then take your needle and go to the one that's on your right side, pick it up and bring it over the other stitch. Now you have 1 knit stitch on this needle. Then we'll knit another stitch, wrap around, bring it through. Once again, you have 2, and you do the same thing. the stitch that's on the right side, put the needle through, and bring it over and take it off the needle. One more to go. Okay, make the stitch. Bring it over and pull it off. So you're probably wondering what you do with this one last one, okay? I take this off completely, hold it with my finger, and you wrap it through. That, very simple, so it can't fall through. And then you make a knot. There we go. Okay, here's our knitted hug. And listen, if you missed any of the steps today, no problem. All you have to do is watch the video over and over again. And keep an eye out for my next knitting video, which I'll teach you how to do the purl stitch, which will make all of your knitting even more fun and fabulous. Until next time, remember this: we can't control getting older, but we can control how we do it. Watch, like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments below and connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, and my blog on AARP.org.